How would your sister say it was romantic if it wasn't?
I don't know.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're here to discuss the 90-Day Fiancé before the 90 Days Tell-All Part 2, specifically about Amanda and Razvan, and what a dumpster fire it was. First of all, I did not appreciate everyone all of a sudden attacking Razvan. I'm like, are we not watching the same episodes? Did you guys get a different cut, a different edit? Because I'm not understanding how you could be on Amanda's side. So anyway, so Sean asks them what's the status of their relationship, and she discloses that they're not together. Surprisingly and thankfully, it was Razvan that broke up with her because he said that he needed to really think about if that kind of relationship was something that he could take on right now while he's working on his goals. And that was a very kind way of saying, you're batshit crazy and I don't want to deal with your drama.
Amanda, how long after you returned back to the States did you two break up?
Really soon after. It was probably about 2 or 3 weeks. I got back. Razvan was very focused on his career and himself. And he was telling me, this is all that I can give you. Pretty much take it or leave it, you know? And I was like, well, it's not gonna work for me. And he was like, you know, I just need to be single now anyways and focus on myself and my career. And so.
As Razvan is explaining that he didn't think it would be fair to stay in the relationship while not being able to focus fully, Riley is running his mouth because he doesn't trust his own shadow. And he's like, that's really convenient that you broke up with her after you got what you wanted. Why didn't you know that all of these things about yourself before she got there? I'm like, I'm sorry. Why don't you ask her? She didn't decide that she wanted to be with Razvan until her last day, her last 2 days there. Why would she leave her kids? Why would she stop grieving a dead husband to go be with this new man, to then treat him like ass, and then decide the last 2 days that she wants to be with him? Are you surprised? He was like, never mind. That whole conversation was just off because Razvan was very sure about her. He continued to be sure about her for most of the trip until she beat him down. Yeah, I'm like, Riley, stop talking. And Jasmine, who was not the most appropriate person to speak, but definitely had the balls, calls out Amanda and tells her that she treated Razvan horribly. And Amanda doesn't like to be called out and tells her to mind her business. And she said some profanities to Jasmine. And the way Jasmine looked at her, I was like, Jasmine is the one person in this room that could take you. And she was choosing the high road today. And just know that that's a blessing. Because Jasmine just went, And Sean was like, I guess Sean was waiting for a reaction from Jasmine. But Jasmine was not going to get her really nice gown messed up. She wasn't. And it's funny because Amanda was the first one telling Christian that he should stop justifying his actions. He's here justifying her rude behavior, saying that her partners have to have thick skin, that was her processing her emotions. I'm like, that's not quirky, one, to be bitchy to your partner, and it's also not something that someone else should have to endure. You are grown. You need to know how to process your own emotions. And this is why I'm like, you know what? Let me not. I was going to say something disrespectful, but I'm not. Like, everyone has their days. Everyone has their bitchy days. But this girl was bitchy every single day. Like, how are you surprised that someone didn't want to be with you? And again, Jasmine nailed it for me. Processing your emotions in Romania was preventable and a choice that you made. You could have chosen to process your emotion at home, process how you're feeling about Razvan, and with a clear head, go there and start a relationship. But to start a relationship with all that baggage, there's baggage, and then there's the whole cart of luggage, you know? All of this baggage came before Razvan. Like, that's not something that he should have been responsible of carrying, of dealing with, of enduring. Any other adjective, verb, it shouldn't have been his responsibility. And I think that he handled it like a trooper. They bring out Amber, which is Amanda's sister, and she says that she's not surprised about the breakup because they used to fight constantly, which was disturbing to her because they were supposed to be in the honeymoon stage, yet they weren't acting like it. So Amanda is milking this victim persona of the grieving girl who got broken up with, and she starts saying that Razvan was controlling. He wouldn't like her to be on social media, and that's when her sister's like, you know why. And the way Amanda looks at her and her saying, relax, like basically trying to shut her up, Amanda continues to prove why she is awful. And that depiction right there of her telling her sister to relax repeatedly told me that she is a monster to everyone. No one is exempt. And then Sean tells Amber to unpack what she's saying. And Amber's like, well, I don't want my sister to be mad at me. Amber does end up spilling the beans, saying that there was a guy that Amanda had some history with. They were friends, but romantic, that she would interact with a lot. And Amanda was like, it wasn't romantic.
I mean, I don't think it was ever romantic. I think we were just friends.
Why would your sister say it was romantic if it wasn't?
I don't know. It was more like flirtatious.
I didn't even know that.
And Amber's like, it definitely was romantic. And Amanda's like, no, it wasn't, but Razvan doesn't like him because when we have problems, I talk about them with him because he's my friend. And the sister goes, yeah, and there's always flirting involved. And Razvan's like, I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was flirting. And their sister was like, well, you must have suspected because that's what the fights were about. And that's when everyone was like looking at Amanda different. And I'm like, now you guys get it? But the evil eye that she was giving her sister was just woof. And in 90-day fashion, they show us a montage of clips of the couple and the moments that were glaring signs that they weren't going to make it. And the last clip was the one of him crying. And they pan to Amanda, and Amanda has no type of emotion. Just most deadpan face. I'm like, this girl does she not feel? There was no kind of love, no kind of affection in her expression. It was disturbing. The only part that I was like, Razvan, you messed up and now you're giving ammunition for everyone else to gang up on you, was the part where he didn't tell her that he wanted kids, but he said in the clip, I only told her what you wanted to hear in this moment because I didn't want it to affect our relationship. Never do that. The truth always comes out. There's a few people that do that in the 90-day episodes across the franchise. The truth is always better up front. Let someone decide ahead of time. Because if someone's going to leave you, they're going to leave you. So you might as well find out early rather than late when both of y'all are invested, but they're upset, so they're not going to care. They're going to bounce. Be honest about everything. Come clean. Sean asks Razvan about his plans to come to the U.S. because if you guys remember, he had applied for a travel visa to come to the U.S. to visit Amanda and get to know her kids. He says that he's still coming to America because, after all, it is his dream. Plan after the travel visa is to apply for an artist visa so that he can live here longer and, explore the possibilities. And he said that he hopes to see Amanda and possibly rekindle their relationship. And he seemed pretty optimistic, which I don't know why, but he's a dreamer. And Amanda couldn't wait to share that he asked if he could stay at her place when he came to America. And they were like, what did you say? And she was like, I said absolutely not. That doesn't surprise me. I don't know why you wasted our time with this. Him being the gentleman that he is, he's saying that He'll still be there if she needs him, and it's more than she deserves. So the tell-all is over. They pan to all the backstage footage of the cast members, and they go to Amanda, and she reveals that she didn't want to hurt Razvan's feelings, but she is not waiting around for him as she has already started dating someone new. She just didn't want to mention it while on set. But did she keep it to herself to actually protect him, or did she keep it to herself so that she can string him along and he never knows about this? Amanda feels no remorse for anything that has happened, and she's repeating a cycle. From everything that we've learned, it sounds like soon after her husband died, she moved on to Razvan, and she didn't even let the relationship die out. She didn't even wait until after the tell-all to already start dating someone new. Like, you're still tying loose ends with your ex. Why are you in a new situation already? Someone that loves her should really call her in, not only to protect herself from herself, to protect other people that she's coming across, but to protect her kids. Kids are very observant, and you may think that you're keeping things away from them, but they catch on really quickly, and this can be dangerous. Razvan should move on. He has a great heart and great intentions. It's clear that his career is at the forefront of his mind, and that's commendable, but he should work on breaking down what those expectations are for his partners so that they know how to support him, but also so that they can get their needs met. Sometimes the actions that we take are in contradiction of the things that we say we want. This goes for all of us, whether you believe in God, gods, goddesses, the universe. Stop sending out mixed messages. Stand firmly in what you want because you deserve it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, like it. If you love it, like and comment and do all the YouTube things. I hope to see you in the next one.